I have been a real estate agent since 2015. I quit my job back then as a 22-year-old in the finance industry and decided I was going to become a real estate agent. Well, I learned a lot in the time frame between when I started and now. So in this video, I'm going to go through a complete breakdown of the things that I would be doing if I was starting all over again as a brand new real estate agent in 2023. Let's dive right into it. My name is Chris with the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate and building your very own real estate empire. Before we get started, I want to offer you our free guide on how to get licensed and start your real estate career. Everything in this video, plus a lot more, is inside that guide. So if you want to get your copy, click the link down below, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's talk about becoming a real estate agent in 2023. And let's talk about all the challenges that you're going to face and the things that I would do if I was starting over again as a brand new agent with no business, no book of business, and no past clients to reach out to. Let's first talk about the market and how it's a little different from than when I started. When I started in real estate, interest rates were still fairly low. They weren't as low as they were a couple years ago, but they still were not 8%. When I started, rates were still in the mid-range. Homes were not selling that fast, but they were still moving. But it took some skill and it took some effort to win listings and basically sell homes because there was a lot more inventory back then than there is today. Now you get a listing and it's a lot easier to sell than it was back in 2015. But a lot of things still remain the same. And a lot of the tactics and things that worked then still work now, with a couple of different exceptions to the rule and a couple tweaks that you're going to have to make to be able to stand out in this market versus 2015. So let's talk about those things and let's talk about what I would do to be able to crush it in this market if I was starting over from zero. The very first thing I would do is I would go find a good mentor, someone that is selling, someone that's experienced, someone that's been in the industry for a while, that's able to guide you and help you avoid some of the common pitfalls that new agents make. This is a very important step, and surprisingly, a lot of the agents that go to new brokerages never get set up with a mentor, and they're just kind of left to figure it out on their own. Now, this is one of the most important steps because even if you have good training at your brokerage, having someone that you can call when you get stuck on things is super valuable. I remember back when I started, my mentor was super important. And I happened to find a mentor that was just starting a brokerage. He was a very experienced agent that had been in the business multiple decades, and I was able to learn a lot from that mentor. And honestly, if I didn't have that mentor when I first started, I'm not sure if my career would have lasted this long because there was so many hangups and so many pitfalls that I faced as a brand new agent that mentor helped me get through and really helped me push my career along when I was having self-doubt and I wasn't sure when I was brand new. And that's important to have. Someone that's going to be able to kind of make you take a step back and say, hey, this is okay. This is how you fix this. It's not a big deal. And walk you through it and really teach you as a mentor. If you can find that person, you're going to have a much higher chance of success than someone that tries to go figure it out all on their own. The next thing I would do is I would work on your personal brand. This is the very next step. And this is a easy step because it's very passive. You can set up your posts on auto post through Meta Business Suite, and you can buy templates done for you. So you just have to upload them to your page on a consistent basis. Now, this is something that should take up a very small percentage of your time, but it's something you should start investing in right away. Some different examples of this is building up your YouTube channel. It's starting a weekly newsletter. It's creating your Instagram posts on a consistent basis so you're constantly out there with your friends and family and they know that you're a serious agent constantly dumping valuable content into the marketplace. The more you do this, the more people are going to see you as that go-to expert in your market, and the more people are going to reach out and refer you business. This is super important to start right away because the sooner you start building it, the sooner it starts to compound, and you don't have to invest a ton of time into it. So many people have a misconception that you need to spend a ton of time creating content marketing, but you can batch all of your content marketing into a day of posting and really have a whole entire month of content done where you don't have to focus on it until the next month comes around. So that's what I would highly suggest you do right off the bat. The next thing I wish I did was set up a CRM system right away. Now, one of the good things that I did do as a brand new agent is I did get a CRM fairly quickly. However, I had no idea how to manage it. I had no idea what was required to convert leads into sales. And I spent a lot of money on leads that simply turned into nothing because I had no experience or no training, or I had no idea how to set up my CRM. So what I would do is I would go find a very simple, very affordable CRM to start with and start building your CRM out so it's set up in a very organized way so you can follow up with leads, follow up with clients, and follow up with your referrals to be able to stay on track, stay on top of them, stay top of mind, and start converting them into more sales. Once you have your CRM set up, it's time to start working on lead generation. Now, you have to decide what you want to do. Do you want to focus on buyer leads or do you want to focus on seller leads? Now, you can focus on both if you want to, but what I highly suggest is you focus on listing leads. If I became a listing agent sooner, I probably would have made much more money in my first couple years as a real estate agent. So I highly suggest if you're going to spend your time prospecting, if you're going to spend your time doing outbound outreach for leads, that you make it listing based focused. And the reason for that is listings are easier to service, they're much more scalable, and you're in control of the situation. You can negotiate with the sellers, you can decide what marketing plan you want, and in general, listings take a lot less time to service than buyer sales do. So if I were you, I would start out right away with learning how to prospect and get listing appointments because that's what's going to make you the most money as a brand new agent. Another important thing that you must do is learn how to manage your finances right away. Going from a W-2 job to a 1099 commission-only business is a huge shock. You're not going to get bi-weekly paychecks. You're not going to get weekly paychecks. And to be honest with you, for your first couple months, you might get no paychecks at all. And this can be a huge shock to people that are just getting into this business. So if you've never experienced this before, it's super important to try to save at least 6 months of reserves. And once you start getting commissions, even if you make a lot more money in 1 month than you typically would, it's important not to go blow that money. It's important to stack it away. And in my own personal opinion, I would start stacking it away so you can buy investment property, so you can start getting that reoccurring passive income. That's one thing that I really wish I did when I first started, is bought more property. Because to be honest, being a real estate agent is a great career. Being a real estate agent is a great business. But if you don't reinvest your capital, you're always going to be stuck on the hamster wheel of looking for the next commission. And agents work really hard. I know I've worked really hard the last 8 years, and if you don't start investing, you're always going to have to go out there and hustle for that next check. And I want to help agents understand that it's important to set themselves up with a good financial future and start becoming an investor as soon as possible. Real estate investors have recurring income, they have rental income, they have appreciation, they have all these different things that they can tap into to start building their wealth and building their financial freedom. Now, being a real estate agent is an excellent stepping stone to start getting you there, but many agents don't even focus on that, and many agents don't even buy their first income property. And in my opinion, that's a huge mistake. So if I were starting all over again, these are some of the basic things that I would do to get my business off the ground and then start building that momentum and financial freedom that many of us are looking for when we start this business to begin with. If you like this video, drop a comment in the comment section and smash the like button. I really appreciate it, and you have an awesome day. Thank you for watching the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate and entrepreneurship. So if you like that kind of content and you haven't subscribed yet, smash the like button and subscribe. And before we go, there isn't a video over here that we think you'll like, so be sure to check that out as well. Thanks so much for tuning in, and you have a great day.